What's up, everybody? It's KJ. Just wanted to come on. It's Sunday, day after the big fight between Floyd Mayweather and Victor Ortiz. Wanted to give you my opinion on what happened last night. And in my opinion, what happened last night was a big. It's another black eye for boxing. You know, these things always tend to happen in boxing. The last thing boxing needed was the shit that went down last night. I will say that. I'll man up and say that I was wrong about my prediction. Even if the fight would have went on, I believe that Victor Ortiz would have lost in a unanimous decision, or possibly would have been finished around 10 or 11 rounds. So I'll admit that, and as a man, I'm wrong. So I just wanted to clear that up. I had a vision for Victor, but unfortunately, we weren't able to see the rest of the fight, and it could have happened. But in my opinion, I think Floyd was that right lead was starting to really bother Victor's face, basically, and his speed, Floyd's speed, the reflexes, his experience, and it was starting to show in round 4. I did have the fight 2 rounds to 1 going into the 4th. I will say this: I was impressed with Victor, and he was never hurt at any point in that fight. His face was marked up a little bit, but that's going to happen when you're fighting Floyd and that right lead. But even going in that last engagement with the headbutt, Victor caught Floyd with a little shot and had him up against the rope with landing some good body shots, and that's when that headbutt happened. And this is my opinion, okay? To me, there's a huge difference between attempting to headbutt somebody that's defending themselves and crushing a man's face when the man has his hands down, is not even fucking looking at you. Okay, Floyd, you're a champion. That's what champions do, right? You got the win. You took credit for it, like a bitch, and I lost all respect for you for that. Did you do what you had to do? Yes. Was it illegal? Probably not. Okay, we don't know. Victor was under impression that he was looking to Joe Cortez for to be re-engaged, but it's Victor's fault for not protecting himself. So, but under all that, we can stop with the bullshit and say and quit. And I want to quit. I'm sick of hearing people say Floyd knocked him the fuck out. Come on, dude. Seriously, you gotta look at yourself in the fucking mirror and really look at yourself if you're gonna give Floyd credit for that knockout. That was some of the most bitch shit I've ever seen. With that said, I put a lot of the blame on Joe Cortez. You know what I mean? Why is he looking at the timekeeper? Victor's looking at Joe, and Floyd's smashing Victor's face. You know what I mean? I'm not happy with both fighters. Was it bitch for Victor to do what he did in regards to the headbutt? I don't know if it would be bitch, but I definitely was illegal and should have had a point taken from him, and he did. So, but I think he's a young 24-year-old kid who's in the biggest fight of his life, and in the heat of the moment, reached up for that headbutt, and he shouldn't have done that, and I wasn't happy with him with that. You shouldn't do that shit, you know what I mean? But Floyd, Floyd was fine in the fight. He didn't need to do what he did. You know what I mean? If you look at the tape again, you can tell he did the same shit with Sugar Shane Mosley's last fight. And if you look back on the tape, Floyd's getting ready to smash him as soon as they touch gloves, basically. But hey, you know what? You got to protect yourself at all times, and they tell you that before the fight, and that's what you got to do. And okay, if you headbutt him, you don't apologize in a fight. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. If you headbutt him, you tell Floyd, do something about it. You know what I mean? Shut me up. Keep me from doing that. Beat my ass. You don't apologize and do all that shit. This is a fight. You know what I mean? That's just my approach to it. And he was apologizing too much. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that was a sign of weakness or what, but it is what it was, and it's unfortunate. I'm kind of sick to my stomach even making this video talking about this, because I wanted to see the rest of the fight and see how it played out. But hopefully Floyd will man up and fight Manny Pacquiao. I don't. The drug test thing ain't an issue no more. This is about money and this is about egos, and this shit needs to happen because I lost pretty much all my respect for Floyd as a fighter, not as a man, but as a fighter. I don't have any respect for him no more, and I want to see Manny Pacquiao knock him out, and I'm saying that. So, I was a big fan of Floyd, but after that shit, he didn't need to do that. He's got too much experience to have to do some bitch-made shit like that. He could have beat his ass on the regular. So there was no need for that. I don't know if Floyd just didn't like the fact that the fight was starting to get a little rough, because we all know Floyd don't like that shit, and he went to some dirty tactics, and maybe he had every right to do that because of the headbutt. They were both bitch-made shit, you know what I mean? So I'm frustrated, and I just wanted to come on here and tell everybody, I was wrong about my prediction, and I'll say that. Like I said, I think Floyd's experience, his hand speed, that right lead was going to be too much for Victor at this point of his career, and that's about it. All these stupid comments. I hear all these people, man. It's like, look, Floyd. What frustrates me the most is that Floyd took credit for this win as a knockout. And good for you, fucking Larry Merchant, for basically calling Floyd a bitch too. Saying he would kick his ass if he was 50 years younger. That was some hilarious shit right there. But I would have kept my respect for Floyd if he would have said, you know what, that was wrong, but I did what I had to do under the when it came to the rules. I did what I had to do, but he took credit for that shit. So whatever. So I want to make this video and just let you guys know my thoughts on it. Other than that, let's hope for Pac-Man and Mayweather. Let's see if that shit happens, because I think it's going to be a long night for Mr. Mayweather. I really do. I think Manny's going to have to deal with that right lead, his hand speed, everything that I've talked about. But at the same time, Manny's got tremendous speed, and if he catches him, it's going to be lights out. I can promise you that. So other than that, that's all I got. Make your stupid comments if you want. Peace out.